Good evening, Warband. This is Sir Yeetus. Welcome to episode 134 of Yeetus' Thoughts. And today, we may or may not get religious up in this bitch, but I believe that it is very intertwined of what's happening in society today. Okay, I'm sure you guys seen the title already. The Devil's Greatest Trick. And I really do believe that uh, uh, metaphorically, the devil's doing a phenomenal job in today's society, and we will definitely break that down very soon. Unfortunately, Gray is unable to come because he is busy with family matters. Right, he's chill with fam at the moment, but he did leave a statement for the topic, and I will read that near the end of the live stream. So no worries, he'll be back tomorrow. He'll be back. But at the moment, let me say what's up to you guys. Let me see. England MGTOW, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Free Ross? Dr. Dre, Francesco, D Man 50, what's going on? Working Dude, call now, welcome back. Magical Tringus, I think you're new here, but hey, what's going on, man? Unless you change your name, I don't know. Sam Fisher, what's going on? What's going on? Nick Young, welcome back. I remember you. I'm pretty sure I already said Working Dude, but I'll say it again. Working Dude, what's going on, man? Everything else. Do. Whoa, you guys are going crazy right now. Hold up. Chaz it up. What's going on, man? What's up? What's up? Good evening. Good evening, Sigma Rodin. Cop Cups. What's going on, man? That's a random name. But my name is random too, so can't really judge. All right. I think I'm pretty much caught up for the most part. All right. Hey, Darth Nexus, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hopefully, we'll learn something new today, and we'll definitely get maximum participation from the chat. All right, because that's the biggest thing right now. The more you guys engage, the better the live stream will be. Okay, because without the audience, the live stream is just boring. But before we begin, you already know what's going on. Shilling time if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus and the Warband. The best way is to click on those two links on top of the chat. Go to PayPal or Cash App. That money will go goes directly to me. Or you can super chat or super thanks. Okay, any donations are appreciated. If you can't donate, it doesn't really matter to me. Don't care. Okay, at the end of the day, as long as you're listening to what I have to say. Okay, that's the biggest thing that matters. All right, all right. So, when it comes to the devil's greatest trick, okay, I'm gonna read this full quote, and this quote honestly has been around for a long time, believe it or not. And before we begin, we already have a super chat. Holy shit, you guys are quick. Whoa. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh shit. Oh, you guys are not playing around. Oh my god. Thank you very much for you guys' support. I just heard my phone like buzzing a few times. I was like, "Whoa!" Like, who's sending me these messages? But nah, it's you guys being real ones, sending some donations in. Um, so I will say, Chaz it up, right? His greatest trick was making me believe that women wouldn't fuck with me and play me for a fool. I'm not dumb enough to fall for that anymore. I agree. I agree. And whether you're religious or not, what you guys need to understand that uh Lucifer, Satan, the devil, whatever it is, at least in the monotheistic religions, he is the master manipulator. Okay, when it comes to uh the devil, okay, he works hard 24/7, 365 because he promised God that he will lead as many men and women as possible astray. He will make sure that he will have as many of them turn their backs on God. But we'll get to that in a bit. And the reason why, we're speaking about the devil's greatest trick is we're gonna intertwine with what's happening in today's Western society. We'll get to that. But we had another super chat, and it's from, I will say, ZR. Hey, thank you very much for your generous donation, man. Thank you. Okay, you guys are real ones. Now let's begin. Let's begin. All right, the quote that I'm talking about, and Chaz it up pretty much know what I'm about to say, is the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. Okay, whether you're religious or not, we can see this in an objective stance as well, right? Let's say that the devil is a representation of consequences. Okay, so let's repeat. Let's tweak this quote right quick so we can have a better understanding. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that consequences didn't exist. I repeat, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world consequences didn't exist. So what I mean by that is he pretty much, or consequences is pretty much so non-existent in today's society when it comes to doing anything that would damage you long term. Uh, More specifically, the dating aspect, right? Because when it comes to modern women, right, they believe that there will be no consequences they'll have to deal with down the road. No consequences whatsoever when it comes to them being a Jezebel. Yeah, I'm breaking out all the religious words today. When it comes to being a Jezebel and going left and right, sleeping with as many dudes as they possibly can, and then they really believe that they will have a healthy relationship by the time they're done riding the carousel, which is around late 20s, early 30s, if that. All of a sudden, they really believe that they're able to hold down an actual healthy relationship, hopefully a marriage, which will never happen, right? Because as we talked about this before, the pair bonding is already gone. There is no pair bonding whatsoever, especially if she has hundreds of bodies. She has hundreds of bodies. There is no chance in hell that she's willing to just stick with this one man for the rest of her life. Hell no. Okay. Two, when it comes to marriage in itself, the a lot of women don't want to deal with any responsibility so bad. They don't want to deal with any type of responsibility and accountability. They change so many things up when it comes to marriage vows or just marriage in general, the definition of marriage. Now, before it used to be a traditional marriage where both two bodies become one, and you're supposed to stick together until the end, unless some extreme circumstances that will permit divorce. That's one thing. But no, in today's society, marriage is just pretty much a business contract, right? Just it is fueled with greed. Just nothing but greed. There is no love in there. There is no love. Anytime a woman, and gentlemen, you need to listen to this. Anytime a woman in 2022 want to approach you and try to convince you about marriage, she ain't looking for love. She ain't looking for a long-term relationship. She ain't looking for a strong foundation of a family, a healthy family with a healthy upbringing. No, she's only looking for a come up. She's looking up for a come up. That's it. Because that's how diluted the definition of marriage is now. Now, instead of, I wonder what kind of area where we can raise healthy, responsible kids to becoming productive members of society as young adults. No, no. Anytime a woman looks at you, she is seeing how much money she could finesse out of your pocket. That's what marriage is today, gentlemen. That is literally what marriage is. So with the breakdown of marriage, right? No fear of consequences whatsoever, right? And now we got all kinds of women, all kinds. I'm talking about whether they come from foreign lands into America, whether they're in their 60s, yes, believe it or not, 60-year-old women, or very young women. Hell, sometimes the little girls up in high school, they're caught up with this Jezebel shit, right? Thanks to the media when it comes to uh what's called that WAP song or any other fucking degrading song that they can listen to or think of. They're tall young that they think that that's okay. They think that it's okay to be a young degenerate trying to hop on hip hop or R&B videos just so they can just shake it bare ass naked. And hell, it doesn't even have to be a music video. They will literally go to some no name whatever stupid ass teenage party and shit and do the most disgusting heinous shit. And that can continue through college, right? That could continue through college with the frat boy parties or just college parties in general. There is no regard for consequences long term. So when I say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist, he is right. And the person that created this quote, I forgot his name. What was his name? I forgot his name, but he was completely right. This is the greatest trick that the devil has ever played, ever. Because if there's no sense of consequences, if there's no sense of morality, if they believe that this YOLO crazy shit, I might as well do everything now. I might as well do all the drugs. I might as well ride all the schlongs, right? I might as well sign up and do the adult industry. Oh, I might as well destroy my marriage because I don't feel like being in marriage anymore. So let me destroy the foundation of the family, and the list goes on. Oh, I'm gonna get it on men. It's not just the women, it's the men as well. You already know how it is, gentlemen. We don't discriminate, okay? Both men and women are at fault. All right. I ain't talking about I ain't talking about you guys that have some common sense. I ain't talking about the one or two women out there that has common sense. Nah, I'm talking about those simps, male feminists, radical feminists, etc. Okay. Those are the ones that I am speaking on. Because it is great trick that the devil played. Society is literally crumbling before our eyes. Just think about it, gentlemen. See, I'm not saying that conservative families are perfect. I'm not saying traditional families are perfect, okay? There's some fucked up people throughout the spectrum, okay? Radical feminists, radical conservative, whatever it is, fascist, whatever. There's still a clear difference between conservative families and today's modern liberal families. There's a clear distinction. The traditional family and the modern family are living in two completely different worlds. And guess what? One world is more healthier than the other one. There's reasons. There's reasons why having discipline, not even having strict parents, but I'd much rather have strict parents than parents believing that, oh yeah, you're 3 now, okay, let me inject some hormones in you. I much rather deal with the strict traditional parents than to deal with parents that believe that they can play Barbie doll with me and just fucking without the child's consent. Because remember, children can't give consent. Destroy the very essence of what that child is. I mean, when it comes to making him or her inject a bunch of hormones or dress a completely different way, or sometimes plastic surgery. It is out of control on both sides of the spectrum. Like there's problems with traditional, there's problem with modern families, but I will say with the utmost certainty, there are 100 times worse things in modern families than a traditional family. Because what's going on with the modern family? Women think that they're men. They really believe that they can just roll up on men, right? And think that they can just come up on them like they're another man on the street, like they're about to do something, even though they're only like 5'2" and 120 pounds, approaching a man that's around 6 foot, really believing that they're untouchable. And on top of that, in these modern families, we got the young men that are being trained, that are being socialized, stigmatized to be effeminate, to be frail, to be weak, to be too emotional. And then we have the very same family I'm talking about, the liberal families. Now the dad believes that it's a woman, and the woman believes it's a guy, and the father is pregnant, and the mother like way too much confusion. This is the power. This is the trick that the devil wants, right? He wants mass confusion. He wants confusion. He doesn't want structure. He wants chaos. He wants you guys to believe that God has no hand in what's going on. And if he does, this is all God's fault. The devil is just chilling. The devil is just like, oh, hey, go ahead, do whatever you want. What are rules? What are rules? Okay, we don't need rules. Just do whatever you want. Do whatever you feel like. Do whatever you feel. Don't do what's right. Don't do what's best for your family or community. Just 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 do things that make you happy. Okay? Defy your parents. Defy the rules, defy the norms of society. Just defy everything. Don't worry about what's going to happen 15, 20 years from now. Don't worry about that. Inject those hormones into your system. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You like them gateway drugs, huh? Okay, here, take all the drugs you want. It's all hey, as long as you feel good, that's all that matters. Forget rules, forget discipline. Why do we need discipline for? You only live for like 40 years and die. Why do you need to worry about discipline and rules and all that? Nah, just go carefree, do whatever the fuck you want. Not even knowing the consequences will most likely be dire for this person. That's what I'm talking about, gentlemen. That's how bad it's getting out there. When it comes to the greatest trick, oh, the trick worked. It worked. And at this point, a lot of people they turn their backs. They turn their backs on their religion, right? Whether they're religious or whatever. And now they're starting to worship the state. They're starting to worship the government. Now the government is God. Oh shit. What shall we do? Oh no. Oh. But before I continue, let me see what you guys have to say about this. Because I did go on a rant a little bit. Francesco, too much freedom for an immature species. I agree. I agree. Just imagine, gentlemen, just imagine just say, hey, you take your child outside in front of the house, and then you're like, yeah, I don't care, do whatever. Do whatever you want. You really believe that a child will know the difference between right and wrong? Of course. Of course, the little child is going to be enticed by candy from a creepy dude. Why do you think there's parents and authority there to teach that child that that's not okay? It's crazy to me, gentlemen. It's crazy. Mr. Pliskin, what is a Wyman? Oh, my bad, Mr. Pliskin. I'm not a biologist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should not have spoke out of turn without having certain expertise, certain degrees, certain certificates. uh Working dude. He has a lot of power, influence over people, to say it lightly. Oh, he does. Oh, he does. Oh, it's not even funny. Satanism is inversion, male to female, female to male. Feminism is satanic. Gender continuum is it's satanic. I agree. I agree. And why do you think people that participate in this in the transition situation has the highest rate of people yeeting themselves? It's the people that does the male to female, female to male thing. It's statistically proven. Those group of people have the highest rate of people yeeting themselves. Do. Damn puniti, my brothers. Yes. All right, let me go back down. PhD stats yeet. I got a PhD. I'm a PhD. uh, Jiraiya, can Sir Yeetus confirm if a woman has a puniti or shalom? You know, because it's 22. Oh, uh, I have my opinion of what a woman is, but of course, it'll get shot down because I'm not a biologist. That's 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 life in 2022 these days, gentlemen. I guess I don't know what a woman is, but if you're not a biologist, you better not give a definition. That's how crazy it's getting. Pragmatic man, it seems to go back and forth from religion to authority and consequences. Yes, because all of them is intertwined. All of them is intertwined. Because, like I always preach before, like I preach it all the time, especially when it comes to modern women, they don't realize what they're doing. They don't care who they hurt or throw under the bus. They only care when it's too late. When it's too late. And when it comes to the religious aspect, anybody that reads the Bible or, reads the Quran or Torah, please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I'm pretty sure in the book of Revelations, when people go on the day of judgment and go in front of God, and God is like, hey, yo, why you down there thoughting this shit, bro? I told you not to be doing all that stuff. I gave you instructions. I gave you everything you need, and you still did it anyway. You still want to go be Jezebel. And then all of a sudden they're gonna be like, no, but it wasn't me. Oh, it was Satan. It was Satan. It was Satan's fault. Okay. He tricked me to do it. He tricked me, man. And then Satan will be like, hey, I never forced you to do anything. I never forced you. You chose to do it. I was just a little bit convincing. You chose to do all that stuff. I didn't force you. This is your fault. And guess what? Now all you are damned to go to hell with me. I'm pretty sure that what happened. I'm pretty sure that's what happens in the Revelation. I'm pretty sure. Cause ain't no way in hell. Oh, though but the Lord said He will forgive all my sins. Ha. Yeah, He pretty much did, except one. I'm gonna have the chat answer this. I'm gonna have a chat answer this. Chat. What is the number one thing that God said he will never forgive? Right? He says that he's willing to forgive all sins except one. Do you guys know what it is? Which is the only sin that God said he will never forgive? Your average Zoom user, $2 donation. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for that generous donation. Collaboration with Bass Chris, MGTOW Monk, etc. Soon I'm gonna try to get Hammer Hand, Bass Chris. Oh, he can just hit me up any day. You guys just let me know. Hey, we could definitely do it right now. And I'm still trying to get with Mr. Moments, but once again, our schedules just keep getting spun out of control. We'll get there eventually, gentlemen. Don't worry. Oh shit, let me go back. Chazit a betrayal? Nope. Murder? Nope. Denying God's existence? No. Blaspheming the Holy Spirit? No. A couple of you guys are close. So what according to the Ten Commandments, what's number one on the Ten Commandments? How about that? Well, what is the number one thing on the Ten Commandments? There we go. D-Man, he hit it right on the money. Thou shalt not put any other gods before me. That is the only thing that God said that he will never forgive you for. Ever. Shit, why would he? Like it is pretty much a slap in the face, you know. Turns out that oh look here I'm worshiping the American dollar. Instead of going to church, I'm busting it wide open for my fans on Instagram and social media. Literally. Oh, people don't believe that smartphones can be idol to worship because millions of women worship their phones all the time for various reasons. I guarantee you they don't go to church. I guarantee you they don't pray. I guarantee you they don't make sure that they're doing good in the eyes of the Lord. No, God is the last thing in the back of their minds. Once they strip bare naked and do the most Jezebel shit in front of the camera, in front of millions of people to see. Idolizing anything else before that's not him. So many idols, right? So many people, I mean hardcore worship, right? The way that you're supposed to be worshiping God, they do the same thing but with celebrities, with money, with attention, with social media, with only like with Pookie and Ray Rays, right? They're like all this crazy worship, right? Acting like this is the only thing that's going to happen. Once they die, they die. Oh yeah. Hey, towards the men as well. Yeah, worshiping the Puniti. I'm talking to you, Simps. You know what I'm talking about. I'm about to get on y'all later on. I'm gonna get on you, Simps. Don't worry about it. Yes, at this point in this day and age of 2022, the Puniti is God or goddess. Holy shit. I honestly okay, so I had these videos popping up on YouTube for the last couple of days, right? You know the typical, uh frivolous 304 bullshit, women wearing the skimpiest of clothes and all that stuff. I underestimate the amount of simps that are out there. I was honestly shocked. Like there was one video of a woman, she was wearing a top that was barely hanging on, right? Because she had like what triple D's, and she did nothing. She literally did nothing in front of the camera, and she had over 700,000 views. I really underestimated the power of Sims. That is my fault. My fault. I didn't realize how bad it is out there, and for the most part, how small the community of men like-minded like us. Like our community is completely small compared to the amount of simps that are out there. It is shocking. And the fact that society, even though our group is not really that big per se, the people that follow the red pill philosophy or MGTOW philosophy, whatever it is, our group is pretty small. But just because they had whiff of what we talk about, whiff of how we expose and how we call out women's bad behaviors and decisions, and the system that backs up that behavior, everybody is on our ass, right? Everybody. Because you already know how it is. At least when it comes to the revelation talk, the good will be condemned and the evil will be celebrated. That's not the correct quote, but I'm pretty much paraphrasing it. The evil will be celebrated and the good will be condemned. We want things to get back to normal with a nuclear family, and society is becoming more productive and more sustainable. And anybody that talks with this manner is immediately shut down. Their social media is completely cut off. They're called out. People want to try their best to dox this person. Your average Zoom user, 4.99. Super chat. Oh, super sticker. Oh shit, my bad. Thank you for the donation, man. Thank you. I'll check out the sticker in a bit because I'm on StreamYard and I'm not on the actual YouTube thing. So just give me a second. Another donation, $10 donation. Thank you very much, Zoom user. Throw all the thoughts into the wood chipper. We should ban OnlyFans. I've always said in order, ban OnlyFans, TikTok, and politicians. I agree. I agree. uh, will be for evil to triumph, good men must do nothing. I agree. I agree. At this moment, in my opinion, the West is counting on good men to not do anything, right? And the fact that people are creating social media platforms to speak on male issues and speak on how fucked up the system is getting is one of the closest we'll get of a good man doing something. They're quick to shut that down, right? Hell, Undead Chronic is almost on his 15th account. I am on my fifth or sixth account. But at this point, I also agree with Francesco. Good men have nothing to die for. I agree. I agree. The system is so embedded in all the crazy bullshit that's happening around us. Why risk why risk your own safety and life for a system that's already too far gone? That doesn't make any sense. That's why channels like mine, Hammerhand, Under Chronic, Line and MGTOW, and various other channels say, hey, just focus on you. At this point, we're just waiting. We're just sitting back, relax, and we're just waiting for what's going to happen next. Focus on you. Focus on your hobby. Focus on your health. Focus on your own protection and safety. Pragmatic man. Let's be honest. Religion is just a cookie cutter philosophy for the masses, for the herd nowadays. Philosophy and religion used to be separate. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And once again, whether you're religious or not, the monotheistic books, right? Torah, Bible, Quran, there's still great red pill references. Okay, because I know that us we're not just talking about this for no reason. We're not bringing all this up out of nowhere. If our ancestors thousands of years ago understood what it meant to keep a traditional a family intact and put your foot down, and the man has to be responsible and be authority on why it says women that are left to their own devices, it just leads to a self-destructive lifestyle. They knew this thousands of years ago. So I know what we're saying is now crazy. Your average Zoom user, $20 donation. Thank you very much, man. You are being very generous with the donations today. When you are near getting to the truth, they will try to stop you. Think of it as a blessing that you have to keep making new accounts. Means you are a thorn on their side. Keep it up. Oh, best believe the grind ain't gonna stop for the warband. It's not. It's not. Because once again, you don't have to be religious to understand what I'm talking about. The absence of consequences is the cause of what's happening today. The absence of a strong leadership figure, male, masculine, strong leadership, is a good reason why everything's happening right now. And the state knows this. The state knows this. This is what this is what they've wanted. It is such a headache, but at the same time, gentlemen, I'm not making too much a big deal. I just want to emphasize just how crazy things are getting to the point where it's not just me. There's other people are like, damn, that the devil is working hard today. He's working hard today. Wow. Wow. And I'm sure you guys heard about the couple of riots that's been happening lately because of the Roe versus Wade, right? I'm pretty sure one of them happened in Arizona. Literally, no news outlets reported on it. None, none. I had to find that out through YouTube. There was literally a riot at the Arizona Capitol Hill building because they weren't happy with the Roe versus Wade, even though they still could get an abortion. Still don't get why they got so upset. But yeah, they were literally banging on the windows trying to break in inside the Arizona Capitol. And they're so upset because they cannot kill unborn children as easily. How can you not think to yourself at this point, like, damn, the devil's working overtime right now? Oh, shit. Oh, gentlemen, gentlemen, gentlemen. They don't like it. They don't like it when us men we talk about the issues that are happening around, and we aren't lifting a finger at all to help them get their way, right? Because we ain't simps, we ain't white knights. So the fact that we're kicking back and pretty much laughing at their foolishness, oh, they're gonna hate us even more. See, and that's my biggest issue. Thank you very much for bringing that up, Francisco. And before we continue, I'm gonna read this super chat right quick because somebody was generous again. Send me some good shit. All right, it is WB. Thank you for the donation, man. He says he gave me the money for trying to quit energy drinks. Wait, are you trying to quit energy drinks or like? Surprisingly, I haven't had an energy drink in forever. Holy shit, bro! Believe it or not, energy drinks used to be part of my diet. Like it was a very big part of my diet years ago. When I wake up, the first thing I literally my breakfast will be like a can of energy drink. I'm glad that I waned off of energy drinks because yeah, drinking a lot of it every day is definitely not good for your health. It's not. I'm not saying you can't do it. That's not what I'm saying. Right? There's plenty of things that we do that are unhealthy, but energy drinks is a different level of unhealthy. Still crack one open if you need one, just as long as it's not like 3 or 4 a day. um, but hey, thank you very much for that donation, man. Okay, let me Francisco. If only women's fought this hard in World War II. See, that's the craziest part of them all. That's the craziest part. How upset that they can't kill their unborn children, but they are not willing to sign up for the draft. They are not willing to sign up for the draft and fight for that right. They don't have to fight for any rights. All they do is just scream, complain, moan, bitch, start riots until they get what they want. Like literally a bunch of grown children, literally a bunch of grown kids. Right? You know, a little kid that decides to go on a temper tantrum and starts like throwing his or her toys around in the room. That's pretty much what grown women are and these male feminists are. If they don't get what they want, they 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 just start throwing everything down, breaking everything, crying, whining, yelling, right? They didn't pay for the toy, right? Just like in in the real world, they don't have to go and fight for that right. They don't have to go fight and die. If World War III came around the corner, they don't have to sign up and fight and die. Your average Zoom user, feminists on the left are fine with picking and choosing certain rights that benefit them. Oh, equal pay, yes please. Overtime, you can keep that. Yep, yep. That's why I say, gentlemen, don't make a big deal. Do not make a big deal. Don't take feminism seriously. Do not, because it's always back and forth, moving the goalposts. Always. They never ever stand firm with what they believe in. They always want to move it to fit their agenda at that moment. Okay. They're not willing to bust your butt. They're not willing to work 16 plus hours every day overtime. Not once I've seen a woman willing to do that week in and week out, right? And not just any job like behind the desk with air conditioning and all they have to do is type with their fingers and PowerPoint. No. What about the strenuous jobs that pays you a lot of money? Why won't you do that? Why won't you do overtime on that? You have the choice. Nobody's stopping you. Oh wait, you don't want to, but you still want to complain about the stupid wage gap because it's stupid. You chose to get paid less, okay? Go away. Lion to MGTOW, what's going on, man? The deception is his stock and trade. Hmm. What do you mean by that, Lion to MGTOW? I'm curious, honestly. Can you elaborate on that? Kono, so you a male feminist? You just assume their gender. Oh my God! Listen, there's 200 genders thing. I'm tired of playing make believe with these motherfuckers. Okay, two genders, two, male, female. That's it. Fuck. That's it. Lion to MGTOW did an entire week of overtime. Hey, I already know how it feels, man. I already know how it feels, especially you come home late at night. you just go straight to sleep. You're just too fucking tired. You wake up, you don't even have time to do your own thing. You just put your work clothes back on and head back out there, do it all over again. But I guarantee you, at the once you got your paycheck, you're like, woo, look at that chunk of change. But a lot of women, they're not willing to put in that work. They're not willing to put in that sacrifice. They just want equity. They want equal outcomes. They don't want to put in the work or have the responsibility to get to that point. No, they just want to cry and moan until they're like, oh, okay, let's just, give them the same pay. Like, no, that's not how life works. And if you want to be equal to man so bad, why not compete? Why not work? Why won't you do that? I don't know. I don't know. Do. Oh, Dry, are you going nuts right now? Line the MGTOW, every paycheck a fortune. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But, gentlemen, I just wanted to bring that up because when it comes to what's happening out there in society, how can you not be, how can you not like think to yourself, like, yo, like how is the devil not doing his job right now? How is Satan not kicking butt on the promise that he made to God? He's like, hey, I'm gonna make sure until judgment day that I am gonna get as many humans as possible to turn their backs on you. I'm gonna get as many as possible to make sure that they don't follow your word. I will lead them astray. Look what's happening out there right now, gentlemen. Just look. Look. There is no purpose. There is no discipline. There is no goals. There is no line for them to walk on. There is no foundation when it comes to the progressive families. It's just chaotic. Chaotic. But before we continue, I'll take a couple call-ins because I know that under Chronic he's going to be doing a stream today. Uh, it's going to be somewhat similar to mine, but you guys need to understand female nature as a whole. Okay, if you guys are familiar with the monotheistic religions, right? Judaism, Christianity, Islam, which the earliest is 1400 years ago, the Quran. But we're going to implement all three books. There's reasons why thousands of years ago they're pretty much saying the exact same thing we're saying right now. Hell, there's a couple of people that I know that aren't even religious. They've never even read the Bible or whatever, saying the very similar things that the Bible is saying. Okay? About relationships and about women. That's no coincidence whatsoever, gentlemen. That's none. Female nature is female nature for a reason. And I know that under Chronic he'll explain to you guys when the live stream starts. Okay. But once again, before we begin, you guys has been very generous today. But if you wanna still donate to your boy Sir Yeetus in the Warband, the best way to donate is the two links on top of the chat. Okay. Cash App or PayPal, either or. But if you can't donate to those, you can super chat or super thanks. But if you can't do any donation, I don't care. I'm sure you guys are enjoying the conversation so far. And that's what's most important, okay? Because money's money, all right? I don't, it doesn't really matter to me per se, right? I don't got a big ass family, to feed or whatever. I want to, come on, guys, come on. Donate me, help me with my bills, bro. Come on, man. My dog got to eat. Come on, donate, man. My dog got to eat. I got no food for him. Only got one pair of shoes. I ain't got no socks, bro. I ain't none like those YouTubers over there, man. Okay. You guys donate out of generosity, okay, not out of peer pressure. All right, that's a bitch move if a YouTuber's doing that shit. I'm talking to you, Ethos, Roma Army. Anyway, I'm going to send in the invite links right now. So if you guys want to talk to me for a bit, I'm going to send in the links. Yes, will be. Spread the word. Spread it. Okay? Spread it like peanut butter. Peanut butter on the bread. I'll wait for you guys to come up in here. Thank you guys for participating today. It's a good amount of participation. Now, the first monotheistic religion was in Egypt close to the end of the Bronze Age. A pharaoh named, I don't even know who that is, started it all. All right, I learned something new today. I'll definitely look this person up. Or not person. I'll look up this pharaoh, right? Because you got to respect the title. Oh, you again. Oh, he's dropping knowledge today. I like that shit. All the Abrahamic religions, including the worship of Moloch, are Semitic belief systems formed out of the Semitic tribal occult magic practices, of which the best documented systems we have. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. See, all religions they tend to piggyback from each other, a little bit, or a lot. Either way, a lot of things that you can see in today's religion, such as Buddhism or Hinduism, or the big ones. It's how do I say, an updated version of the religions of the past, if you get what I'm talking about. Do. Okay, let me add Carry On. Carry On, what's going on, man?
I'm good. All right.
You sound far away.
Oh yeah, that's probably because now I was speaking softly for a second. But what
Oh
you're
shit.
talking about? What?
So when it comes to today's topic, what is your perspective on the devil's greatest trick is tricking the world that he doesn't exist? Well, what do you think on that?
I wouldn't say even it's the devil as like a entity or the idea of evil, because a lot of people don't really. People believe evil doesn't exist, but they don't believe evil can become them. That's what I see the devil as. It's the idea that you can become evil, even if you believe you're doing like good intentions, so to say. Because
Hey,
if
I
you
gotta
really
stop you right quick. Francisco, Carry On was trying to be sexy. Oh shit. He he was saying that because he was speaking softly and shit. He just fuck with you. He just fuck with you.
yeah, I know.
But
But
okay.
yeah, the idea that people, yeah, what you said is true. That people don't believe that they can do evil to a certain degree. Everyone always believes there's other people that can do certain horrendous acts and so on and so forth. Like everyone's always talking about those certain people in Germany at a certain time, like, oh, they're the worst people in history, yada yada yada. But if you like look at what happened, like the average everyday people, like, well, they didn't want to do it, and the people who are actually doing it, they were told you just have to do one thing and it adapted from there. So most people don't really see that they can become evil. They must like, oh, that's other people thing. Other people can become evil. Other people can do these horrendous acts, and that's how you start off. You start off thinking, well, that's not me. It's not me. That won't happen to me. And if you do a few things like, well, it wasn't wrong. It was just a one-time thing, and it keeps on going from there until it becomes a habit of you just doing horrendous acts or acts that are detrimental to you and people around you. Just screw 'em. Christians believe in jinn? No, they don't.
Oh,
But
I think it's only Muslims.
yeah, Muslims believe in the jinn. But yeah, that's how like most people get into these horrendous situations. Like people that like drugs, or that's how some women get into prostitution too. It's like it's just a one-time thing, and after it goes further than that, everything's always a one-time thing until it becomes a lifestyle.
Right. It's always that because how do I say? Because once again, especially the devil, not only whether it's like literally the devil or just the evil entity, he tried to convince Jesus on 3 different occasions, trying to get into his ultimate desires, right? Like, hey, come on, man. Hey, I know you want to be the king of the world, right? Yeah. Yeah, you want to taste of that power, don't you?
It wasn't even just the power. If you think about it, he was trying to like think about this. Why would Jesus want to become king of the world? Like a person that wanted to help people. Why would like he wanted to do so he could help people? So the idea was like, oh yeah, I'll give you money so you can help your family, but you're gonna have to choose this person to do it, or you're gonna have to do something sexual to get it. You're degrading yourself slowly for good intentions, but in the end, it's going to be detrimental because the person's going to keep on coming because you've done it one time. If he tells you to do something a little bit less degrading, it's like okay, and after at a point, he's going to say you have to do this again. And it's like I've already done it before, so it's not that bad, and it keeps on happening and happening and happening until it's like, well, now you're taking drugs just to not remember all the crap that you did. You're going around killing people because it's the only thing that you can do because everything else is shut off because you have a criminal record now. And it's like, yeah, it started off innocent. Well, you thought it was innocent, but it came to this like big monster. Like, there's always that story about children that like children's stories that they give to kids. Like, it's about saying a lie, and it's like the lie is this small little creature, and after like the kid keeps on telling a lie and a lie and a lie, and in the end, like the lie is this big monster, and it's just like toying with the kid's life, and like the kid can't say any truth because he has so much lies behind him. This giant monster, so everything in his life is about this lie. Every action he does is about this lie. Every word he says is about this lie, and the only way to beat is to say the truth. But because you said so many lies, you have so much baggage on you now.
Now you're entrapped in his web.
And it's about your own creation.
Yep. And once again, the blaming of it was the devil, it was this, it was that. No. The devil didn't force you to do anything. All he did was just suggest it. He just like, hey, hey, take a little smoke of this pipe. Just take a smoke, a puff, just one puff. He didn't force you to do it.
The best way to see the devil is like an algorithm. The algorithm doesn't really have anything on you in the beginning, and the more you tap into a video or you type certain things or you press certain ads, the algorithm has more information on you. But you don't have to you don't have to watch every video that the algorithm gives you. You don't have to press every tab or advertising that the algorithm gives you. You still have your free will. That the algorithm is not forcing you to watch this or to press that button.
I agree. I actually that's actually a good analogy. That's a good comparison. I can't deny that. Huh. I never thought about it that way.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, if the devil's actually a physical or is a being in some sense, or it should know humans extremely well since it's been around them since their conception.
Yeah.
So he knows generally what everyone wants to a certain degree, or what a certain type of people would want, or certain families would generally want, or certain cultures. So let's say this: I am the government. I have researched nearly every human on the planet. I want this one person to do something because it will affect a larger scale of people by doing this. So I go to this person. I give them a small idea. I know they will do it because it doesn't seem that bad to them. So they do it. Okay. I'm going to tell them another idea. It's not that bad. I'm going to keep them going slowly and slowly. I'm gonna try and put them a hard idea, see if they're gonna jump for it. They don't jump for it, so I pull it back a little bit. Okay, another small one. It's a little bit bigger though. It's a little bit bigger. Give them the hard one again. Oh yeah, they do it this time. Okay, they can do it now. I put a bigger one. I was like, yeah, I'm not sure, but they do it. And in the end, I could get them to rob a child in front of his mother, and after do some crazy shit after. That's how most governments, criminal organizations run. And that's how evil journey works. It starts off with small ideas. Like your parents don't want you to steal, not because, well, it's bad, but because they know that one action can lead you down a road of horrible activities. You stole once, you go to juvie. Or it's not you don't go to juvie straight away. You steal a few times, you go to juvie. In juvie, you meet with some bad kids because you're not with your parents and you don't have anyone that's actually a good role model at the time. You come out, you have these friends, they come out, you start meeting with them more often. You get they show you to other guys that they know that are older than you, and they're in the hard crimes, and your life's going downhill. I have met a bunch of kids in my school that have gone down roads like that. They were generally good kids. Something happened in their life. Sometimes it was a family member died. They didn't have enough money, stuff like that, and it just goes downhill for them. You meet them a few years later. It's like, what happened to your life?
I definitely understand what you're saying, man. That it's just the devil just pretty much that itch that it gets worse the more you scratch it, you know. And I got a question before I let one more person on, because I know Angler has been waiting for a minute. I'm gonna read this, Sir Yeetus. That thumbnail is dope, Lil Nicky. Fun fact: Lil Nicky is the first Adam Sandler movie I watched, and Lil Nicky was hilarious. If you guys don't know do you know what Lil Nicky is with Adam Sandler? No, anybody? No.
I think I might have watched it, but it was probably a long time ago.
It's about the devil. He's the son of Satan, and the main character Nicky, he's addicted to Popeyes. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta watch it yourself. Okay, you have to watch it. Spicy Popeyes, not just regular. He likes that spicy chicken. Yeah, but I'm gonna read this generous super chat right quick. I'm just gonna say Del Rio. And he says, long live the Warband. You goddamn fucking right. Goddamn right, long live the Warband. The grind doesn't stop for the Warband. We can't stop for the Warband, okay? It's a train with no brakes. All right? If we go down in a blaze of glory. But we'll be back. But what was the question? So based on everything we've talked about, right? I'm gonna get your answer first. So I'm gonna invite Angler right quick. Would you say that metaphorically, social media and the media in general is the devil, or is the epitome of evil in a sense in today's society?
Yeah, I say most religions that are more hardcore would say that. They generally, yeah, I would say that, especially now, because in the time before, it was generally that shady town part of town where there was gambling, there was lady of the night, and all that type of stuff. There was alcohol, and so on. But now,
Right.
all those have moved to the internet, so people can get caught up in, let's say, corn or gambling and so on like that online. So yeah, and you can generally find those like gateways on social media or on TVs and so on like that. Especially in the earlier times, it depends what type of movies you're watching too. It can lead people down certain routes because certain people are more addicted to certain ideas than others.
Oh, TikTok, OnlyFans. Oh, it leads a lot of women, but especially men astray.
Yeah, that's why a
Especially,
lot of people were upset when like these thoughts were on like Twitch because it was for generally for young kids from the ages of let's say 12 to like 14 that was generally on Twitch. They're watching gamers, and after these women came on, put in sexually suggestive activities, and after that, they will try to lead them down to their OnlyFans or other streaming websites before OnlyFans became a thing. But yeah.
Yep, wearing a G-string in a kiddie pool in the living room or bedroom.
Or when they're squatting down in a really tight fit trousers or something like that. Or
Yeah,
as like, and you could see their G-string, like, you didn't really need to do that. Like, that was for purpose.
let me okay, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna bring an angler to see his explanation. Free raw social media is just a tool, just like TV. You could either use it for good or bad. I was always embarrassed by Christians who kept saying TV is the devil. See, they weren't far off, Free Ross, in my opinion, right? Even though it's just a tool, the people behind it that has the most power and influence on the media, they're not good people.
Yeah, that's like saying a katana, or I want to say this, a kunai, which is a garden tool, is a tool you can use for anything. But most people know kunais for being used by ninjas, which were assassins. You can say that, but everyone's going to say kunai is a weapon, even though it's a garden tool.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Carry on with that one. But Angler, my bad, didn't keep track of time. What do you think about the question I said about social media pretty much being the epitome of evil or like the devil per se, based on the heavy influence it can have on the masses?
I'll go, Yeetus. Carry on. Good to see you too. As far as social media goes, that makes me think back to one thing that I learned. I was raised in the Roman Catholic Church. Now, I do not subscribe to the ideologies. That's just, that was forced on by, my mom and dad and all that stuff. But I think one thing that we often forget is that God grants us free will. We're allowed to do as we please, but there are consequences to that. And right. I think that we're seeing a lot of these consequences play out, and and they're not necessarily favorable consequences. A lot of bad stuff is happening, and a lot of good people they're running for shelter. They're looking for answers, and I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with your question, Yee.
People right now, which I do agree now that I think about it, they're saying in the chat that social media, like anything else, is a tool. So what I said earlier was, the people that has the biggest influence on social media, controls what goes in social media or not, or how many people can see it. Those people up there and the powers to be, they're not good people, and they're not doing this for good reasons.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, social media itself isn't evil, but let's just say that, and I read your private chat message saying, I think it could be used as a vehicle, right? I see the devil as being behind the wheel.
I do too, man. Whether or not, what you believe, metaphorically speaking, or, if you truly believe in the devil, and I'm trying to talk to everybody out there, because I do believe in the devil. And I think the devil is at play right now. I think he's working hard, and, things are not good.
Well, I'm not sure the devil's actually one person from most religions I've seen, or it seems like the devil is a title, or it's an adversary. They don't really give a name to the being. It's more like multiple beings trying to screw people over.
Like an energy?
Yeah, it could be an energy, or like a group of creatures or entities that are trying to like screw people open. They said adversary, and that could have been multiple, like someone could have called you Satan. They didn't really use devil. Devils were a more modern term, so to say. But Satan was
religion is
the word
this?
for adversary.
Which religion is this?
Christians. And so on. Like Abrahamic religions, it was mostly adversary, the word that they used. If you were to check.
So they don't call Satan Satan? Is that what you're
No,
saying? Or
Satan is the word for adversary. In it was the word that they used generally. They use
adversary?
Satan. Yeah, they didn't really use devil. Devil's a more modern saying, so to say.
So do they say his original name like Morning Star or something like that?
It'll be. They wouldn't say Lucifer. Lucifer is more of a different thing. It will be more like Baal, or they say different demons' names, or so on and so forth. But they'll say if it was like checking the Bible, especially when Jesus was talking to Satan or the Satan he was talking to, he said, "Get behind me, Satan," and so on. He never actually said devil.
Okay, it's a genuine question, chat, because I have a broad understanding of the Abrahamic religions, but I don't know the specifics, right?
Yeah, that's what you get when you've been in the church for like 20 years.
I know who Noah is, Abraham. I know who the big players are, right?
Well,
I know who.
yeah.
What's up?
But even when we're going, if we're going to talk about like sins and like what lures people down, like there was like if we're going to talk about the Book of Enoch or something like that, I'm not sure precisely is it Enoch or something like, where the watchers of men, technically divine beings, came down and slept with the women of Earth, and they had children. They did more than that in that book. It's not really a book that's codified in the general Bible, but it's still a good message to be told about. They told them about war and conflict, magic and sorcery, beauty products, and so on. So these people, their sin was only sleeping with women that weren't supposed to be with them. Their sins were teaching man ill knowledge, so to say.
Okay, I see. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I was reading this thing real quick. Give me a second. Oh yeah, Satan is the Babylonian personification of evil. And gentlemen, yeah, okay. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I really don't believe there's an old man in the sky and all that stuff, right? Like I know I'm pretty sure there's a supreme being out there that's beyond my comprehension, but I don't believe it's some dude with the beard.
Some guy in the clouds. Yeah. I don't agree. I don't believe that either, Yeetus. But I believe that there's a higher power out there. And I think that Jesus, now I don't know what, I have no way of knowing if he was an actual man that walked the earth. But now that I'm getting more into philosophy, within the MGTOW community and the manosphere and all that, the things that are said within that book are just their guidelines on how to live, on how to be a good person. And I don't know exactly where they came from. We'll probably never know where they came from. I mean, there's been so many versions of the Bible now, but
isn't the earliest version they can think of is King James? I think it is.
No, the earliest translation in English is the King James. What the earliest?
In English, my bad.
Yeah, will be the Greek, because they wrote in generally Greek at the time. That would be the. If we want to get the New Testament, Greek would probably be the best way to get it, because the wording is more precise. Because when you translate to English, certain words lost their meaning. And if you read it in Greek, it will have you understand a little bit more. And if you want to get the Old Testament, it'd be better to read the Hebrew version, because they kind of get a little bit more clean, so to say.
Free Ross, see, I understand what you're saying when it says, when I say dude with a beard, because of the saying in the Bible, I'm assuming it is, or pretty much all Abrahamic religions saying that God created us within his image. So I see why people say, hey, he could be human looking too. Look, we're humans. He says that he created us after his liking.
Yeah, it could be mentally liking. It could be mentally, or physically. We're not really sure, but even still, we know. I can honestly say we can guess that God isn't the depiction that we normally see. That depiction is of Zeus, or
Hey,
Jupiter?
I'll bite my tongue literally, right? Because I probably won't be in trouble making fun of God's beard if he actually was the dude with the beard. All right. I will definitely say, hey, God, my bad, bro. My bad. Okay. I just thought that, since you're all knowing and all powerful, you wouldn't be rocking a great beard. You'd be probably rocking a nice, pristine, just clear cut. Listen, is Jesus white or not? Like, that's yeah.
That would like in that sense, but if Jesus was even white, that wouldn't even matter because he told people.
I know. I was
No,
just
but there are people that like get hit. Like I've seen like white people and black people and like Arabic people get hooked on that idea so much. It's like if you guys read the Bible, he clearly says you should go to everyone in the world. So people that get hooked on that is like, well, I need to know Jesus is white or black. If it's like, if you think about that, are you ready?
He's not white. He's not white nor black, in my opinion. He's damn. He's pretty much like a Middle Eastern dude, like Middle Eastern. I can't even describe it. Fuck. But I don't think he's white or black. Like he's the Middle Eastern, because he's around that area, right? Like he has that Middle Eastern traits.
I think that right now the biggest drawback to religion and what certain people are being taught is who God and Jesus really is. I mean, people are shooting each other over this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that serious, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, Angler. It's people can be fucking
tribalistic.
Yeah, very bad. Like, what do you mean Jesus isn't white? It's time for another crusade. Like, hey, calm down, bro. What the fuck? Like, bring out your crosses, gentlemen. Like,
yep.
Yeah, I don't understand the cross iconically. Like, that's a torture device. But besides that, like, with the Bible, we don't know what God looked like. We could generally say that because anytime they could have seen God's depiction, they said that if they were to lay their eyes upon his visage, they would die. So, yeah, that's the same. God's extremely abstract, or he is extremely like radiated with energy that if you look at him, you will blow up or just die.
We can't handle the sight of the sun, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I think
personally wouldn't be surprised. Like, listen, we will lose our eyesight staring at the sun. So
exactly, yes.
Just imagine looking at God.
I think that the Almighty and I don't want to sound too crazy here, but I'm just going to give a little snippet that I think that, the Almighty, God, the stuff that we talk about, I just think it's this source of energy, and it's things that we don't know enough about at this point in time. And, there's a lot of philosophers, some people talk about aliens and all kinds of
alien guys. They're funny.
Yeah, they are, but they're worth listening to. I mean,
you
get a different perspective.
They do have some good points. Like, if they probably know more about religions than some Christians, which is really sad.
What about the flying spaghetti monster, though?
Oh, that's a D&D monster.
I know it was a religion that was created just to prove people are so, influential, like they can be so easily influenced. Like, this religion was created out of a bet, pretty much, and it has a huge following. The flying spaghetti monster.
I thought that was a joke that people followed it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's actually a church.
Yeah, but they charge the gold.
There are
churches to gold.
There's also
people are.
I'm sorry. You just go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, it proves how easy people are influenced. Like I thought it was the greatest thing. Like, and he created that religion just out of nowhere. Like, it was easy for him to create it, and it already became a following, right?
Basically a cult. Yeah.
Basically a cult. Yeah, I wouldn't even say religion at times. It's a cult now. Like, it's hardcore followers.
Well, that'll be easy to make a cult. There's a lot of dumb people online generally, if you think about it. Online, there's nearly everyone that you can think about. The most smartest people to the most densest people that choose not to listen or susceptible people, people on drugs, people on anything. So yeah, you're gonna get a few. Maybe if you're lucky, you get a few thousand. Like if you think about YouTube, every YouTuber is technically a how do I say it? A demigod. Demigod technically means like a powerful person that has a lot of influence that people see like a semi-divine being or something like that. So yeah.
See, but I just checked the time. God damn it. To end this, all right, gentlemen, I'm sure you've met a person or saw a person that the energy was way off. Like you knew instantly something was not right with this person. Like it just you couldn't brush off that feeling. You just couldn't brush it off. Something was up with this person. It's an automatic, do not trust this guy or girl. Don't trust him.
Sure.
Because I believe you can feel the evil energy. I believe you can feel. You can just tell. You can just tell. It's something that you just can't describe. It's at times, right? It's just like, this person is just no good. All right, not because of the race, not because of no. It just
the vibe check.
The vibe is off. Yeah, the person failed the vibe check.
Bad booty. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh hell no, this dude, I don't trust. And then turns out, 8 times out of 10, that person was up to no good.
You are 8 times out of 10. I'm at 10 out of 10 so far. I've been lucky with that vibe check. People keep on feeling.
Hey, some dudes tend to overreact, right? They're like, it's the Antichrist, and the guy's like, I'm just trying to get some ice cream, bro. Like, what do you mean? The Antichrist is here.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that, bro?
One thing, it took a lot of us, that are here within this sphere. It took us a long time to figure that out. We had to go through it several times to be able to figure out, I'm getting bad mojo from this person. Stay the fuck away. And it was a learning process. And a lot of guys within here that are listening, and that follow our stuff, they got burnt a lot because they touched that hot stove time and time again. And but no, you're exactly right. Now we're at a point where we can identify that. So.
And even when that person is smiling at you and trying to be friendly, it just at times I'm telling you, gentlemen, listen to your gut feel. Listen to your goddamn gut. All right?
Yep.
Because more likely than not, your gut's right.
Or if you have a friend that that's dodgy, always ask them. If you have a dodgy friend that's weird to some degree or does some legal stuff, always ask them, is this person safe? Because they always know someone that's dangerous. Reason why is because they have probably met the person or they have similar characteristics and they will be able to that person's dodgy, keep away from them.
Mm-hmm. And going back to what Yeetus said about trusting your gut, dude, when I was going through trauma therapy, my therapist told me, she basically beat it in my head that I have to learn to trust my gut, which I had never been privy to, in the past. I never trusted my gut. And it took this person, which I don't believe a lot in therapy, but that part I took away, and I believe that it's true.
Hell, definitely take it to heart, man, because even other people are saying, hey, it's just some things you can't explain, but something's off. Something. It's kind of like having spidey senses. It's just like something ain't right with you type feeling. Like it's just something I'm just not liking about you right now type shit.
Yeah,
but
it's probably a lot
we're gonna have to cut it short, unfortunately. Chronix live right now. Everybody go to Under Chronix live stream. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much for all the support and the donations and all that crazy stuff. I thought this live stream was going to be a disaster, but I consider this as a huge success. All right, because once again, I never claimed to be an expert in religion, but I think that we got our point across. I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeetus, carry on. Thank you, guys. Good to see you.
No problem. This is Sir Yeetus. Hopefully you guys had a good time listening to all the gems that I dropped on you today. And I am out. Peace. See you on Chronic Stream.